I always thought, well, love can overcome. And, sometimes it didn't really work out, but, we stuck with it.
I never had the sense that they would put me in prison for the rest of my life. That would basically be a death sentence.
I didn't really have any hopes that he was ever going to come home. I mean, the 3 strikes was with no possibility of parole, and so that, it was pretty cut and dry. It didn't, I'll be alone forever. That's what went through my head.
It didn't seem real. When I looked in the mirror and I thought to myself, you know what? If you don't stop this madness and get this thing taken care of, you're gonna die up in here, and you're gonna die alone, and you're gonna die a broken, bitter drug addict.
And I think that's when he changed. I screwed this up, I'm sorry, and I'm done with this.
I contacted John Zuloff. Of course, financially, I was not in a position to do anything for myself as far as getting representation, but John got a hold of me shortly thereafter.
I immediately knew when I met Dwight that he was the right client for me and the Seattle Clemency Project to represent. He had served 24 years in prison, and he had really used the time that he'd been in prison to think about how he could be a better person and to try to be a better person. When we first met, I said to him, the good news is you have a lawyer who's going to work really, really hard for you, but the bad news is I've never done one of these and I don't know how to do it. And he said, we'll figure this out together. And that's what we did.
The fact that somebody cared, the fact that somebody was willing to do what I couldn't do for myself, which was fight. So it mattered like night and day, The lights were coming on.
A small number of applicants are granted a hearing. If you're granted a hearing, you prepare for the hearing and you make a presentation in front of the Clemency and Pardons Board, and the board decides that day, it's very dramatic, what their recommendation is going to be. It was one of the most high pressure, scary hearings that I've ever done, because I truly felt that someone's life was at stake. Dwight had been away from his family for 24 years, and this was his chance to get out.
It is a vote of 4-0 recommendation to the governor that he grant this petition. Sir, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you,
August 31st of last year, 2018, I left that morning, and it was like being born again. The nightmare can finally end, that I can finally start putting some things together and start making things right.
The Dwight today is an open book. He's being honest, upfront about everything that happened, and he's not making excuses.
The best part of being home is being here with my wife. I have not been the Dwight that she married for a long, long time. And I think and I feel like I'm giving her what she started out wanting to be with, that guy.
It wouldn't have been possible for Dwight to come home without Jennifer and the Clemency Project.
The Seattle Clemency Project, for me, is important, not just because of what it has done for me, but for the possibilities of what it can do for so many people that have so much to give to this world.